What's going on, people? How you doing, Amber? How we feeling? C-Star, how we feeling? We're going to get into it. We're going to get some more people in the room. We're taking your phone calls tonight. We're going to talk about Matty M and the Funky Bunch, how there's a lot of people that want to be involved in this Funky Bunch. Who's on the backup? Who got these people's back? And why do they have these people's back? And we're going to show why you shouldn't have these people's back. The Funky Bunch, they're real funky. Let's get into it. Yes, Sunday Night Vibes. Let's go.
They really credit you with bringing out the government part of the corruption.
Well, you know, we expect our criminals to commit crimes. That's what criminals do. We don't expect that from our law enforcement.
Never visit Massachusetts based on this case?
Exactly, because you would go there as a visitor and leave as a felon or something.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
What are your qualifications?
Kids pick me. You didn't have to, but you picked me. Well, I attended Juilliard. I'm a graduate of the Harvard Business School. I travel quite extensively. What do you think? You think I'm qualified?
Well, you know, we expect our criminals to commit crimes. That's what criminals do. We don't expect that from our law enforcement.
JFK.
Just spending the time.
Can't sleep. La.
Joe high.
Good man. Don't let the bed bugs bite. It's time for owner gets to sleep. Good man. Sleep is the cousin of death. It's like you when you sleep. It's like you hold your breath. Good man.
We're about to take it back.
What's your name?
Karen.
Karen? Okay, Karen. We're gonna do it like this real quick.
So I'm going to see Slick Rick on October 26th. Hey, young world.
Oh, sing
we're
it,
going
girl.
to see them.
First 4 bars of Lottie Dottie. Go ahead. Give me the first 4 lines. Go ahead. Lottie Dottie.
Lottie.
We like to party.
We like to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. We're just some men that's on the mic.
Come
And
on.
when we rock up on the mic, we rock the mic. What? For all of y'all, keeping y'all in hell. Just to see you smile and enjoy yourself.
Everybody in the
That's
chat.
cool when you cause a cozy condition and that you create, because that's our mission. So listen, to what we say because this type of shit happens
Happens
every day.
Yeah.
I woke up around 10 o'clock in the morning. I gave us a... All right, no more.
And I'm
Bye.
yawning. Oh.
Went to the bathroom to wash up.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll take you and yourself to eat. Where do you guys want to go? Some place where there's good food.
Let's go to CF McCarthy's.
I'll go there. So, like, you know, Higgins, right? The sad little boy, a tall man in the house. Can somebody explain this? Who's the tall man and why is he saying this?
Right, so Karen,
is he covering? Is he covering for himself?
6 foot. No one's talking about it. Who's he talking about?
I mean, well, to answer that question, JFK's been saying this. Brian Higgins is saying that, you know, he's protecting himself is what he's doing. He's saying that he might have seen a 6'2" male in the house.
It should be like, you know, front and center, and it should be. You're right.
It should. You're right.
It really should be because it's basically he's saying somebody. He's basically saying there that John was in the house just in case somebody breaks, and the feds come in and try to scoop him up and say you lied under oath. He'll say, "What are you talking about? I didn't lie."
You're rocking with the best.
How we feeling, people? How we feeling? What's going on this Sunday evening? JFK and James talking to Net. Hey, Miss Ass. Hey, Chad. JFK and James. What's up? It's called plausible deniability. Killer Miller 0513 on the check-in. What up? And you know I got to bring up my co-host. He goes by the name of James Jackson. You guys need to subscribe to James Jackson. He's pushing 400 and something subscribers. I'm about to bring him to the stage. Everybody give it up for James Jackson. Bingo.
People. What
there
up,
he
man?
is. Wow, looking dapper. It's like $1 million, this kid.
I wish I felt like it.
Hey, man. But, you know, James, you know, we start this show off every time the certain way, and you know we got to get them going in the chat. We got to make them feel at home. You know how we do it. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
You know how you feeling though? You're not feeling too well. You said.
No, I think that cortisone shot made it worse, man. It's like,
oh man,
it's worse than it was. There's no hope for this ankle, man. 2 surgeries. I was actually talking with my neighbor who just had surgery on her knees, and she said she had to do 3 surgeries later. So I'm not looking forward to 3. I already put down 2.
Right.
You know.
Well, James, you know how we start off this show, right? And let's just get everybody in the mood. I know you're feeling down. Maybe this will liven you up. I'll let you do the honors. How does it go?
You had 1 word, chat, to describe Karen Reed. What would that word be? We just need 1.
We just need 1 word, chat. This is your chat, people.
It's your chat.
React.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We think she's a warrior.
And these are facts, James. So, James, man, your ankle's not feeling well. This cortisone shot's giving you a little problem. Other than that, you look great, buddy. How's the weather out there in Beantown?
It's actually real chilly, you know. It must be coming off of the the hurricane. How you feeling? How was it out down there?
It's hot.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can
Yeah, it's
see.
hot. It's hot out
It's
here,
not
man.
raining, huh?
No, it's not raining. There's prayers to our boy Sean on the Gulf. He's out there in Florida. They're about to get smashed with this hurricane. So prayers to everybody in Florida in the Tampa area. I hope. I hope. I don't know exactly where Sean's at, but
Yeah, yeah, but
but he's
prayers to them people down there in Florida. I think what's the name of this one? Helena? I forget. Helena?
not Milton. Hurricane Milton. He's in Naples. Yeah, so we got 76 people up in here, and I've been going through some things. And we know that Matty M was on the backup, right? We know that this guy. What do you feel about Matty M? That guy, the guy who read that text message in the group chat, who was outside telling them the stadies in front of your house, the Chinese people's house, and tell them the guy never went in the house. Was he on the backup, James?
He was definitely on the backup. He was that guy, like, you ever see a crowd where you got that one guy in the crowd where he's trying to look over everybody? Hey, it's me. It's Matty. It's me. Hey, say this. Maybe this will work. And that's just the type of, vibes I get from him. Not to destroy Matty on M's backup character, but that's just the vibes I get from you, Matty. You seem like a follower. You don't seem like no leader.
Yeah, I mean,
got your daughter involved in this mess.
I mean, he deserves everything he gets, though. I mean, the stuff that he said on that stand, the way he was going about it, he was acting like,
Oh, I believe he will get everything that's coming to him. The stuff he was saying on the stand. What were you gonna say? Was acting a little.
Oh, he was shady. He was real shady, man.
Didn't he swear or something too?
Yeah, he was just acting real defensive. I'm gonna pull up some of the stuff that he was saying before we get into the show. I'm just trying to get the right one. There's just so many of them. He had the phone up there. He was just acting crazy.
Yeah, and it's just crazy how they all had that story. Time frame. I forget who I was watching break it down, but it was literally like, say 9 o'clock, and then to whatever time, 12:20, they had a time frame. Okay, you were here, you were here, you were here, and I mean,
there's a lot of guys, right? Our boy, what's his name, Plevlin, whatever. He thinks Matty M and them guys was set up. I mean, he thinks they're innocent. He thinks that we're the ones that are giving them a bad name. I mean, Matty M's got to be like, what? What do you think? How tall are you, James? You're a pretty big kid. How tall are you?
About 6'1".
Yeah, Matty M is probably right there with you, and he probably weighs like 300 pounds. So if he throws a haymaker at you, you're gonna feel it. No, James?
Yeah. If he connects, you're gonna feel it for sure. If he connects with a nice one, that's to say if he could even throw a punch, though. I mean,
he could have just put his weight on poor Officer John O'Keefe and held him down, because he wants to show off to Big Bad Brian A.
Big Bad, yeah.
Right?
Well, that's where I get to the point where he's a follower, and he very well could have put someone in a chokehold, like, look what I'm doing for you, Brian.
Right. That's crazy. He said a lot of wild things, and people defend him. And Matty M's part of the Funky Bunch. He was on the backup. He was feeling the vibrations.
Good vibrations.
Yes, he was. And it's funny because our boy, Big Bad Brian A., he was on what do you call it? He was on
Boston's Finest with Donnie Wahlberg there.
Yeah, he was on Boston's Finest. This is a fact. He was on Boston's Finest, and then you got Matty M on the backup. Let's just look at Big Bad Brian A. on Boston's Finest real quick.
If you don't get it in check, it will stop making decisions for you. And that's exactly what happened to Big Bad Brian A. See, he got on Boston's Finest. He got with Donnie Wahlberg.
Wow, there he is. He's with Donnie. It's the New Kids on the Block. Is that the New Kids on the Block album cover? Is that a Crown Vic they got?
Oh man.
So that's right there. I mean, I can't, you guys can't see where I'm pointing, but you know, the guy all the way to the far right, that's
Where the T is, right? Right on the
yeah,
T.
yeah, that's Big Bad Brian A. Hey, do you guys know that Big Bad Brian A was in a movie too? And he played the witch doctor? He's got a
Wow.
IMD. He's got a what's it called? IMDb. I got one too. It's an acting thing. Like, you know, it shows all the video movies you did. He
Mm-hmm.
has one. And he played the witch doctor in it. So this guy was actually in a movie. And this is him, you know, fame is a monster. Boston's finest, Donnie, the
Yeah.
LTD here. Look at him. And then they tell him, listen, in one of the episodes, Big Bad Brian A, we want you to get in the ring. And look, I'm going to show you this part of the intro when he climbs into the ring, like they hold the ropes for him. What do you feel about this? This is pretty wild.
Yeah, this is crazy. Go ahead, show the setup, and I'll tell you what I think about it.
Yeah, watch this. This is pretty wild style, man. Watch this.
Sergeant Albert cut his teeth as a Marine in Operation Desert Storm. He views his work back in Boston as equally important.
Did you see the way he got in that
bunch? Has a group chat. None of you guys once said, I can't believe how John died.
Sergeant Albert cut his teeth as a Marine in Operation Desert Storm. He views his work back in Boston as equally important.
The Funky Bunch has a group chat. None of you guys once said, I can't believe how John died. I can't believe he died in the cold. That's tragic. None of you guys were texting that on the group chat. Or I can't believe Cameron would do such a thing. None of you guys are saying that. The only thing you guys are talking about is the cover-up. Don't say he came in the house.
That's all they were talking about. They never once said on the group chat, like, wow, I can't believe we missed him. Look at the way he got in the ring. Look at the way he's hitting the pads, this guy.
Yeah.
You know, that's poor. That's John O'Keefe right there. You know, Plevlin, whatever your name is. No matter how you look at it, right? This is what happened to poor Officer John O'Keefe. You know, you could say whatever you want. Did Donnie, talk of the net, did Donnie produce Boston's Finest? Yes, he did. Yep. And like, you know, back to the Funky Bunch. This is the Funky Bunch. You got Big Bad Brian A. You know, you got all the characters. You got Matty McCabe. You know, he's on the backup. He wants to be part of the New Kids on the Block. You got Higgins. And you know, look at the way Big Bad Brian A gets in that ring. Look at the way he gets in the ring.
Fighting for the title.
Look at him.
In Boston is equally.
Oh, he's fighting for the title.
He's fighting for the title right there. Main event.
Bang, bang, bang.
Look at the guy holding the pads for him. You see that?
You know, yeah, I do. It's wild, man. It's wild. And you know, you gotta ask yourself this question. If Officer John O'Keefe was inside the house, which he was inside the house, right? That's no doubt about it. When he was inside the house, if he got wise with Big Bad Brian A after seeing that, climbing in the ring, the Eagle, Boston's Finest, the whole thing, do you think he's gonna let anybody disrespect him in his house?
No. Not a chance.
There's no way.
There's no chance. And for instance, the city truck pulled up yesterday. I have a duplex where I'm at, and they were blocking a driveway, and the person next door took it as disrespect. Like, why are you blocking my driveway? You know, what are you doing? I gotta go out shopping. So it was a little confrontation that could have just been easily, okay, I'll move my truck. But no way. No one's disrespecting someone else's house, man. You know, especially getting loud in someone's house.
Exactly. And you know, and that brings me to my point of, you know, Matty M. He was never, you know, he's not a cop. He was the only, think about it. Chris A was gone, right? Chris A allegedly went home, right? The only people that was at that house as adults was Higgins, ATF, Big Bad Brian A, right? Boston's Finest, Higgins and him, they're the New Kids on the Block. That's like NSYNC and New Kids. They're boy bands. That's a powerhouse. Matty McCabe was on the outside looking in, so he became Matty M on the backup. Oh, you need me to hold him down? I'll hold him down. You need me to move him? I'll move him. You need me to show up the next day and say, hey, there's state police in front of the house. They're digging up the yard. I'll do that.
Right.
Say, hey, I want to be in this.
Yeah.
I want to be part of this. Please don't go, girl. Hanging tough. Step
Tough.
by step. The wild side.
Yeah. And, you know, I think it was our last live when someone had left a comment talking about after Chris A had grabbed Higgins' arm, you see him go over to Officer O'Keefe.
Let's see
so that raises suspicion in my head that he knew what was going down. That's why he didn't go back to the house, man. He knew something was gonna pop off.
Oh, he 100% knew. Let's take him there.
Yep. Watch after the. Yep.
All right, so this is the mob. This is the mindless mob. Listen, Plevlin. It's not a mob. It's a movement. You're throwing words out there. You're making everybody feel shady. You're trying to give everybody a guilt trip. That's not the way it works, Plevlin. Just because people don't like you, for whatever reason it is, you know, maybe you got to take accountability the way you come off, Plevlin.
Absolutely.
Right? Maybe you need to take accountability of who you are and what your aesthetics are and how you look at things. Saying mindless mob and you know, making this all about one person. Listen, we're all our own person. Like I said before, Turtle Boy, no matter how you look at it, buddy, at one time, Turtle Boy was the only one reporting this. And even you, Plevlin, was getting stuff from Turtle Boy because no one else was reporting it. And at the end of the day, Turtle Boy is the one that reported this, right, James?
Absolutely.
He was the first one. Whether you like him or whether you hate him, that's what he did. But now to say that we're underneath this cult and Turtle Boy's got all of us, you know, he's manipulating all of us and we need to put an end to him. Listen, at the end of the day, it's going to be what it's going to be. You know, the cards, let the ball bounce where it may. Things are going to go down the way they're going to go down. But Plevlin, you got to stop trying to throw this delusional accountability, right, James?
Delusional, for sure.
Delusional accountability on us as if you're trying to say we're being controlled by a cult. The mindless mob. Wild.
The mindless mob, you know, and it.
Go ahead, man.
No, it's just being compared to something like that. You know, people might take that as, you know, they might be afraid to leave their houses now. What's Plevlin doing?
I mean, the way it seems like he's trying to get everybody put up on charges. That's what it seems like.
That's what
if I didn't know any better. You know what I mean? I mean, just imagine they could make a case out of this. Like we're a cult and everybody that's doing this internet stuff, because he's not talking to the people in the chat, so to speak. He, you know what I mean? Like he is, but for the most part, he's talking to all the influencers that are covering it. And, you know, for the most part, that's, should I say, I think he's talking to everybody in the chat also. But what I'm saying is it's the heat comes more on our shoulders. People who are stepping up, that are doing the lives, that are, you know, having an opinion, a strong opinion that has followers on YouTube. We're going to be the first people, if there was such a thing where they can make a case, we're going to be the first people that are getting hit.
Attack. Absolutely.
You know, so Plevlin, good looking out, buddy. You trying to get us cuffed up, buddy?
Thanks, Plevlin.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks so much.
Solid guy.
Trying to make us miss Christmas.
Right.
What the hell, man? All right, so here we go. What's going on here, man?
So now we got some, this is where it starts. I'm gonna get serious now. This is where it starts. This is where the playing starts. All right. Oh yeah, remember that talk? Okay, stop. No, cut it out, Higgins. Stop it. Now O'Keefe's on the other side. Officer O'Keefe, we can't see what he's saying, but we can tell by Higgins' face that he's saying something that's bothering him. For Chris Albert to grab his arm like that. Calm down, he's saying. Calm down. We'll just go back to the house with my brother. He'll handle the situation. Now watch as Chris Albert walks away. Where's he go?
Let's see. Oh,
No?
okay. I just seen him walk away. He walked away to kill. He's walking away.
But guess what? There's no talking to Officer O'K. Now he's in his head. He's ready for that heel toe. Well, Chris, I don't hear you. I'm in my own head right now.
Wait a minute, that's Chris A right there, right?
Yep.
Like sitting at the big top. At the big table.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's watching the heel toe.
Bingo. And then he goes in the house. And, you know, we know what happened, right, people? For people to turn around and say that Chris A had nothing to do with it, Chris A set this whole thing up. Chris A was an instigating fool. Just on the way he acts. You know, he's a real funny guy, and he's a real quirky dude, too, right? He got a lot of quirks, Chris A. I mean, just based on this, like when you look at things, when you just take a look at certain things that Chris A does, and, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of JFK.
I go by the name of James Jackson.
And we welcome you to Fuckery Donuts. Fuckery Donuts is now open. Absolutely. Here we go.
I knew they knew each other.
You're saying that they were acquaintances?
No, I guess they're friends.
You guess they're friends?
Yeah, they're friends.
Was there something?
Look at this guy. What's he doing up there, man?
Yeah, they're friends.
Yo, he looks like he's like.
Look at him.
You actually woke up
Third
when he
base
opened the
coaches,
bedroom door.
man. Still home plate. Yo, he looks like an old third base coachman. I'm telling you, that's what he's doing.
What's he doing with his ear? Like, is he talking to like the FBI in the back? Who's he
He's
doing
talking
that
to
with?
Lally. He's like, Lally, get this dude off of me, man. I can't take no more pressure. I'm giving
You
you
know what he
all
looks like? He looks like a baby that has a ear infection pulling on his ear. Like, what's going on, buddy? You got an ear infection, bro?
He might have an ear. You all right?
Yo, he might have an ear infection, dude. Look at his face. Let me bring that back. Yo, what was that? Is that a Coke face, man? What's
I
going
don't
on?
know, man. That's cold from the night before. You see, I mean, I hate to even be, you know, this guy, but it's right there.
Friends. You guess they're friends?
Yeah, they're friends. Was there something confused? Yeah, they're friends.
You actually woke up when he opened the bedroom door.
I don't think so.
You know what? Yo, it was so crazy because, like, Colin tried to paint it like he was this good boy. He went in and gave mommy and daddy a kiss goodnight. 16 years old. I don't know about you, Jay, but I know I wasn't going in my parents', especially if the door was shut. I was never going in their bedroom to give them a kiss goodnight to let them know I was home.
No, absolutely not. And, you know, before we start taking phone calls, we're just going to go over some things. So we can agree, Matty M was on the backup. There's a funky bunch going on. You got Chris A, you got Big Bad Brian A, you got Higgins, you even had Colin. I think he's what? Who's he in the New Kids?
Joey McIntyre.
That's Joey.
That's Joey.
All
Little
day.
Joey. All day.
Little Joey. You know, so, you know, Matty M is on the backup. He wants to break out like, you know, like Marky Wahlberg. He wants to be the man. So, you know, these people, he wanted to prove himself. So he could have his hands all dirty in this. He could have put his weight on him. He could have held him down. He could have helped carry the body.
Yes.
We don't know. And with Jen McCabe, with that hash, there's a hash that's missing from her phone, right? And he's an engineer or whatever he is. He does something with phones and he knows his stuff. He could have took the hash out. He's the one that showed up the next day to on a group message. Tell him the guy that never went in the house. Never once on the group message did they ever say, I can't believe, you know, what are the kids going to do? Where are the poor kids going to go? Because keep in mind, Jen McCabe and Matty McCabe got kids the same age as John O'Keefe's kids, nieces and nephews, and who are friends with him. So you think in that group chat they would be talking about that, but no, they're not talking about that. They're talking about tell him the guy never went in the house. Matty M was on the backup. And we seen what happened in the bar. So Plevlin, you want to be part of the Funky Bunches. Are you in the Funky Bunch now? Because I heard they're hiring.
Yeah. He he could be the he might be their bouncer. He might be the guy that, their security.
Let me take it here for a second. Let me show you some stuff, okay? I'm gonna show you something that I put together today. And let's see how we're feeling about this guy right here. We'll take it back to the big show. And this guy, he's got a lot of nerve, this guy. I'll tell you. Check it out.
Elementary school, which is going to happen if mysterious adult men suddenly are hanging around in the parking lot.
Stand against the mob. Listen to this guy. Watch what he says.
So there was Lucky, Yannetti, and their private investigator, Murkowski.
Lucky Luciano.
And Yannetti's given fake answers. Even on the, trust me, talked to really good sources on this. One of the problems with David Yannetti that proves he's a liar is that he gives multiple explanations for a lot of these things. And even if you don't know what the true explanation is, you know that they can't all be true because they're all.
I mean, that lamp in the back, Plevlin, we're getting some slack. Some people hit us up and said, hey, you guys are making fun of Plevlin. We're not making fun of this guy. We just want to know why he wants to be on the backup. We just want to know why he wants to be part of these characters. We want to know why, because at the end of the day, when we look at it and we see things for what they are, look at the characters that you want to be. You want to be, excuse me, you want to be part of these characters right here.
Beetlejuice.
You want to be these guys right here. When it all went down.
Where were you? Where were you, Kevin?
He was all by himself, man. Plevlin, he was all by himself, man, laying there by himself when it all went down. You want to be part of this Funky Bunch?
OEM?
You want to be part of Higgins, Big Bad Brian A, Jen McCabe?
Man.
Look at these guys. When it all went down.
I was all by myself.
He was all by himself, James. Officer John O'Keefe. See, we say it loud. I don't think, Plevlin, you say it enough. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe.
R.I.P. Officer John
O'Keefe. See, we say that loud, and matter of fact, right, we're going to say a prayer real quick, but we got to get this lady off the screen before we get into it. We're going to do it like this. Father God, we know your power, we know your strength. We love you, Father God. We love you, Father God. Father God, we know we don't talk to you enough. We know we should be going inside the room and having these conversations with you. We know your power, we know your strength. Can you please help everybody in the hurricane that's coming through, all the sick, the suffering, all the people that can't evacuate, to John O'Keefe's family. Help them get through this mess, this crazy mess that, took on a life of its own. Can you please just get to justice? Can you look out for my man James? Look out for my family, his family, all my people in the chat, everybody that's checking in right now, Father God. We love you, Father God. Keep us safe. Let us wake up every day. We know your power. We know your strength. We love you, Father God. Amen.
Amen.
Yes, indeed. So you want to, Plevlin, you want to be part of this? You want to be part of this mindless mob?
All went down. Where was you, Plevlin?
What are your qualifications?
Kids picked me. You didn't have to, but you picked me. Well, I attended Juilliard.
Is Hank gonna do the right thing?
75 G's ain't a lot. That's where I'm sticking with. 75 G's is not enough. It's not a lot.
And so at least one of those explanations is going to be a lie. I'm sorry. I mean, if you want to sue me, Mr. Yannetti, you know it's true, and I do have the proof.
He just told Yannetti. Can you hear me?
Yeah, he said if you want to sue me,
you could sue me. He's basically saying that I'm going to let it ride so you could get what he's saying. But he's basically saying Yannetti's a liar.
So I'd love to get that on the stand. I'm sorry. I know you think you're just doing your job, but you tell to mainstream journalists and other people that are very respected different versions of the same thing, they're not stupid and they're going to notice it. And this is another example of that here, where he said that it was Lucky's idea to meet at the elementary school, and then later said, well, I'm not from Canton, so I didn't understand what that address was. Well, it's all bullshit. He's been to Canton, many days for the last couple years. Everybody has Google Maps.
Everybody got Google Maps, huh, buddy?
But I don't understand.
So what he's saying is what happened was when Hank met Lucky, right, to talk to him, to prep him for the case, to get on the stand,
he met him at the school.
He met him at the school where Proctor's wife works and Proctor's kids go.
Okay.
So he's saying that he did it on purpose. That Yannetti did that on purpose.
He's got that brother. He's got that brother Reach.
Yeah, he's got a brother named Reach. He's reaching. Now, look at what he segues into. This guy got a lot of words. Now, he talks about professional people. Yannetti got a house. Yannetti used to be a prosecutor. Yannetti put people away. You're talking like Yannetti is a bad man. He's just doing his job, Plevlin. But you want to be part of that other mob, though. You want to be part of the people who lied on the stand, the guy who had bloody knuckles but fell down on ice, the girl who called at 2 a.m. There was phone calls between Higgins and Big Bad Brian A. that they said was butt dials, and Jen McCabe, who said there's somebody down, a 46-year-old, but never mentioned it was a cop, or never ran in the house, or when Karen first initially called and said, I don't know where John is, and you seen her all night, Jen McCabe, in front of the house. You testified you seen the truck in front of the house. You never called Big Bad Brian A., who's a cop, to get help from him at all. Nope. That should have been the first person you called. But you believe that mindless mob stand against the mob. But they're innocent, right? And you got the nerve to try to put us under an umbrella of evilness. That's what I don't like, Plevlin. You want to come up here in the JFK show and you want to get up here and you want to talk. I'll just tell you like this, buddy. If you run your mouth, that's not going to be a good look for you at all, because we don't take that. You'll be just, kicked to the can, kicked to the side. We'll do you dirty. But see, we want to be respectful, but you can't get up there and you can't talk this crap and just act like there's truth to what you're saying. You're going against, now you're talking trash about Yannetti. What does Yannetti got to do with any of this? And look at how further he goes, James. Watch this, and I'll let you take the mic.
You chose the address. You had to see it was a school. It's not a coincidence that you chose an address where Courtney Proctor is working and where her kids were going to school. It's not a coincidence. And when he blamed Lucky, Lucky has said, no, it was not my idea. And I believe that Lucky's telling the truth. Lucky would never have chosen an elementary school.
So you believe Lucky's telling the truth? Do you believe that he's seen a Ford Edge, buddy?
Right.
Make your mind up, bro.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
So David Yannetti was willing to do something like that, knowing he's an adult. He's a regular guy, an intelligent guy. He knows that guys gathering in an elementary school parking lot is going to cause a stir.
What?
And he knows Courtney's going to look out the window and recognize him. And that's going to add to the stir. Did it anyways. He did, his questioning of Allie McCabe was really bothering, was very troubling to watch. Because we know that that's bullshit. Her Life 360 was trying to make a Wi-Fi. It didn't have a Wi-Fi connection, so it was trying to reach out to the nearest cell tower, which happened to be on the high school. He knows that. You could see in his face he knew it. He's not an inhuman person. He felt a little bit of guilt. He has 3 daughters, but he did it anyways. By trying to portray her as being an accessory to a murder cover-up. Something that will follow her for the rest of her life. Just to get off his client by trying to create reasonable doubt. Smearing of innocent people and trying to tag them would be an accomplices to murder. Now, I guess I couldn't have been.
Shoo. Man, that's some serious allegations. Go ahead, James. Talk about it.
Man, there's a lot this guy said, but first of all, I'm gonna touch on this. This guy's doing his job. He's Karen Reed's attorney. Do you want him to not do his job? I mean, I don't think he showed up to the school purposely, to make some kind of thing with who was it? Proctor's wife was a teacher there. What's teacher?
Yeah, Proctor, the cop.
Proctor's, yeah, his daughter or whatever. I don't think had anything to do with that. A school is a fair place to meet. I know that in a city, school locations, it's a landmark, is what I'm trying to get to. But Yannetti's doing his job. If you guys don't remember, I took this back when he first met Karen Reed, and he was downstairs in the cells that smell like shit, piss, everything. He's just asking her, what school did you go to? How far did you graduate? He's, all those questions. He's
What was he doing?
Whoa, Yannetti?
Yeah, what was he doing?
Yannetti had his, I wish I had my shit, but how he had his thing. How
he was working, man.
I'm working here too, guys, So Yannetti said, how far did you go in school? Do you have any kids? Do you live
Now, let
home
me
with
ask
your
you this,
parents?
James. I don't want to cut you off. He was saying all that, and he probably didn't care what she had to say, even if she was talking about a conspiracy or whatever she was saying.
He was playing hangman on the other side of the notebook. He didn't care. He didn't care. Karen couldn't even see what he was writing down
Because it was a bail. It was a bail issue.
It was a bail. It was a bail hearing. His job was to get her bail. And hey, Plevlin, Kevin, whatever you want to be called, I don't know what it is, but I would want.
I think it's Plevlin.
Plevlin. I would want him representing me. No, if you had a bail, of course you do. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say about that. It's just crazy.
But the fact that he's saying that he had daughters, he says he got 3 daughters.
Yes.
He got evil with this young girl on the stand, and it was like he was like, he's putting allegations against them. Like he didn't have then he said the Wi-Fi. First off the bat, it's got cellular data. Your phone has Wi-Fi in it. So the navigation is going to work, or whatever whatever's going on, that 360, it's going to go off the bars of your phone. So he's acting like, so that means the only way that thing was searching for Wi-Fi, if there was no satellites up in the sky to, work off the data of your phone. So he's acting like that was the case. And that's the reason why it connected to the school and she really wasn't there. So, and that he knows for a fact that that's the case. He has 3 daughters, and he was willing to go after a young girl like that, and just to get Karen off, a murderer off. That's what he's trying to say. He was willing to sacrifice a young girl to get a murderer off. That's what he's saying. And that's deep. And then he's name dropping his 3 kids.
Right.
That's wild, though.
I mean, people didn't have to know that Yannetti had 3 daughters. I didn't know that till just now.
I didn't know that. I had no idea he had 3 daughters. And Plevlin, you talk about the mindless mob. I mean, you're doing exactly the same thing that you're talking that you don't want done.
Exactly.
You're going after people that are actually getting paid. You're going after people that actually do this every day. Prosecutors, people that have, they have education. This is what they do. Come on, let's keep it real, man. We have all the expertise, being my buddy James here, because we've been through the system on the other side of it. But some of you guys don't even have that. You guys never even spent no time in the courthouse. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't even know where you stand in this, buddy. You came into this game as someone that wanted to do true crime stuff, and you piggybacked off Turtle Boy, and then Turtle Boy, made you sad, and now you're mad at him. That's what it seems like.
That's a good way to sum it up,
Phoebe Bird. Yannetti's clear explanation was normal and legal, and those were allegations by Plevlin. Exactly. I mean, it's crazy. It's wild, man. It's a wild thing. So He wants to be part of this funky bunch. You know, you want to talk about we want to be part of a mindless mob and we're a cult and we want to be underneath an umbrella. And you, my man, you want to be part of the funky bunch. You want to feel the vibration.
You want to be singing "Please Don't Go, Girl" to Jen McCabe at night. I mean, what is it? What do you want?
They want to wear the jabots, bro, with the champion sweaters, with the turtlenecks. They want to take it back to '88, bro.
Kevin's bringing '88 back.
Yeah, they want to take it back to the time, bro. They want that look. This is another. They want to give it another run. They think they're from Dorchester. They think they're from that city life. I don't know where you're from, Plevlin. Maybe you are from that area. I don't know. You know, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because I don't know where you're from, but we know where Big Bad Brian Ace from. We know where Higgins is from. And at the end of the day, where we're from, we don't like cops, man. We don't give cop and I mean that we don't like crooked cops. We don't like cops who abuse their power, should we say.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, most of them around our area, that's what they do. If you look at the state police, look what they did to the poor Dominican cat, Enrique. Okay. And we all know in the hood, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and I'm not stereotyping, but all their friends, they don't become state troopers. They do other things, to say the least. Right? You know, and it just is what it is. And as well as us, as well as what we did growing up. And here's a kid who turned his whole life around. And now they got a gag order on the case. The state police put a gag order on it. They don't want to come out and talk about it. They don't want to make a YouTube channel. They put a gag order so you don't know nothing. So now his poor family just buried their kid, their son. And you want to be part of that mob, Plevlin? You want to be part of the crooked police? You want to be part of that funky bunch?
Sounds like a case that that Chris Hay had when he killed that exchange, when he was drunken and driving and he killed that exchange student and only got 6 months for it. State police covered that up too. And these are the people you want to be affiliated with?
He wants to, because he's on the backup. He's part of the backup, just like what you see in the title, in the header of this video. He wants to be on the backup. See, me and my man James Jackson, we're on the side of justice. We're on the side of the system. James, you were telling me the other day, your mind can get broken just walking inside a courthouse. Why don't you explain what you got to do just walking through the courthouse door?
So, JFK and I were talking, and you know, just to go get a file of paper, say you want to go file a piece of paperwork, you have to walk through a door, you have to walk through a metal detector, empty your pockets, then you start to see how gloomy it gets. You start to see people crying, you start to see people in one corner conversing with their lawyer, whatever the case may be they have, and you just see a lot of dark situations. It's not a good place to be in. And
it's funky.
It's very funky, you know.
And that's the funky bunch he wants to be down with. But, you know, to lighten up the mood a little bit, we're about to get to the phone calls. But before we do, let's get to the phone call of the week. We had a good phone call last week. So why don't you guys call in and see if you can make the next phone call of the week. Yeah. James, check this one out. This was a good one, right?
Yeah. They're all great, but they're all...
Can't sleep.
Jump high.
Good man. Don't let the bed bugs bite. It's time for Una gets to sleep. Good man. Sleep is the cousin of death. It's like you when you sleep. It's like you hold your breath. Good man.
We're about to take it back.
What's your name?
Karen.
Karen? Okay, Karen. We're gonna do it like this real quick.
So I'm going to see Slick Rick on October 26th. Yeah. Hey, young world.
Oh, sing
We're
it, girl.
going to see them.
First 4 bars of Lottie Dottie. Go ahead. Give me the first 4 lines. Go ahead. Lottie Dottie. We like to party. We
like to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. We're just some men that's on the mic. And when we rock up on the mic, we rock the mic. What? For all of y'all, keep y'all in hell. Just to see you smile and enjoy yourself.
Everybody in the chat.
When you cause a cozy condition and that you create, because that's our mission. So listen to what we say because this type of shit happens
Happens
every day.
Yeah.
I woke up around 10 o'clock in the morning. I gave us a. All right, no more.
And I'm oh,
Went to the bathroom to wash up.
Yeah, I'll take you and
She
yourself to
was
eat. Where do you guys
wild.
want to go? Something place where there's good food.
let's go to CF McCarthy's.
I'll go there. So, like, Higgins, right? The sad little boy, a tall man in the house. Can somebody explain this? Who's the tall man and why is he saying this?
All right, so Karen,
is he covering? Is he covering for himself?
6 foot. No one's talking about it. Who's he talking about?
I mean, well, to answer that question, JFK's been saying this. Brian Higgins is saying that, he's protecting himself, is what he's.
Yes, that was a great phone call. And that's right. There was a 6 foot tall man in there. What was he doing, James?
He was protecting himself. That, in case the feds come back, in case somebody in the funky bunch lets out something they weren't supposed to. He's protected. Well, I said there was a man in the house. I didn't know it was John.
Yeah, what do you mean?
What are you talking about?
I'm hanging tough.
I'm over here.
Listen, Charlie Lynn, Alibi Alley's Life 360, 100% shows she was out driving until 1:30 a.m. Her Wi-Fi isn't magically connecting to a school a half mile away from her house. No way, no how. Charlie Lynn, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. And with that being said, we're just gonna we're gonna get to these phone calls. We're gonna open up these phone lines and get to it. So let me just put up that phone number real quick and let you guys take it over. This is all you guys. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. What do you guys feel about this guy Plevlin? What do you feel about the Funky Bunch? Was Matty M on the backup? Who are these people that want to be involved in that Funky Bunch? Why do you want to be part of that crew? Why do you want, what are you looking for? Is that the right thing to do? At this point, knowing what we know, is that the right thing to do to even take that side, to even think for 1 minute that Karen Reed did it after all the stuff we know? Is that the right thing to do? Give us a call. Let us know.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
And with that being said, you guys need to go subscribe to my man James Jackson, Cash App James Amaral Jr. If you guys want to give any donations to my man James and trying to figure that out, James Amaral Jr. Cash App $ James Amaral Jr. It's in the description. And all my people on the replay crew, we love you too. If you're just checking in, how you guys feeling? Check it out. Leave a super thanks, little money sign. Those super thanks, try it out, see if you like it. If not, leave a comment. Everybody, hit that like button before you bounce. Like it up. Share it with your friends. Tell your friends about us. Phone lines are open. What's going on, people?
Yeah, I don't know what's. Yeah, I was having a problem earlier with the Cash App. I guess a few people asked me a question on that. I'm trying to figure it out, chat. So just bear with me. I tried to put my Venmo in my description, but we'll get to it.
Indeed, my brother. We got two coming in at the same time.
Beth. To accept.
Hey, you're live with JFK and James Jackson. How we feeling?
What's up, boys?
Hey, you know how we do it. Ain't nothing to it. Where you calling from? Where you calling from?
It's Beth from Seattle. I've called before.
Oh, okay, Beth. Absolutely, Beth. What you want to talk about tonight? How you feeling about this Funky Bunch?
Oh my God, so much. Like I have so many thoughts, and I hope I get them all out.
Go ahead, let it go.
I mean, first thing about Plevin, like, chin up, boys. You are much higher than him. Don't play in the mud with pigs.
Ooh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because that guy, all he wants is your attention, you know? So I really appreciate that you call him out and you talk about the facts and you talk about what's important and you focus on what's important. I really appreciate that you do that, but like, don't have him on your show because he doesn't deserve your audience.
Oh,
and
I understand. I definitely understand that. Go ahead, keep it going.
Yeah, and like it's funny, he's has such confirmation bias, and I don't know if you saw this, but he was like, "Oh, you can see the crack in the tail light," when it was the inverted video, and then we found out a day later that it was the left tail light that he was looking at, and he
Wow.
said on air that he saw a crack, and it's just like, well, no, you didn't, because that wasn't even the right tail light.
What a knucklehead.
The guy's just an idiot. Yeah. And yeah, and as far as like Allie McCabe being involved, like that's the parents' fault. They involved her by all of their actions and all of their behaviors right after John passed away, that point to their guilt. And like, I grew up on Columbo, and Columbo always looks at people's actions and behaviors after the murder happens. And like,
Indeed.
that's how he solved the case. So
What do you feel about him talking trash about Yannetti, though? Did you hear that part?
yeah, I did. I mean, it's just very idiotic, because like you guys said, this is Yannetti's job. So he didn't do anything illegal. Even if he did know that it was her school, that woman goes after everyone anyway. And she goes after people at their jobs as well. So like, even if he did it, it's not illegal. And I just think Clevin is just an idiot. I just think he just wants attention with everything he does.
I think he made
you know?
it personal, I think like his little fallout with Turtle Boy and Sean, it's like a jealousy thing, because Sean and Turtle Boy, they got so many subs and they're doing different things, and he's not. And and he realizes he missed that opportunity. But hey, Beth, we're gonna let you go and take the next phone call. I appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Beth. Peace.
Bye.
Hey.
From
Drea.
Hey, you're live with JFK and James. Hello? Oh, she hung up. Give it a call back, Drea. Give it a call back. We heard you coming through with the 508 number. Give it a call back. Give it a call back. We're live, something. Yeah, she had some great points, right, about not bringing them up to the show, right? Beth from Seattle. What do you feel about that, James?
Well, like, how we do. If we bring them up and we feel like it's gonna, the ship's gonna sink,
I would like to bring them up. I would like to bring them up and show him the videos and see what he got to say.
Yeah, I would definitely. I mean, I think it could go either way. I don't have no animosity towards this man yet. Let's see what he got to say.
I mean, he's gonna try to point out evidence, and all that evidence talks, but I just want to go with what I see, like the eye test, the common sense test. Like, there was no man on the lawn, bro.
No.
You know what I mean? And he lives in that area. Why don't he just take a ride and go in that backyard, and you can just pull up, smoke a blunt, bro, and sit in front of that house and say, there's no way there was a guy that was out there for all them hours and nobody's seen it. Like, forget everything else.
I should do that. See how long I could smoke a blunt there before somebody comes out or anything. That neighborhood doesn't seem like the type of neighborhood that gets a lot of
well, that's another thing too. Like, the police officer never came out the house, bro. Like, come on, man. There's more to that video that he said. He said, like, why would Proctor, if it was such a conspiracy, why would Proctor just, wait to go get the car? Like, he waited to go get her Lexus. Like, the Lexus was at One Meadows Ave, right? And then he went to the hospital. And when he was in the hospital, he knew the Lexus was in One Meadows Ave, and he still didn't directly go there. But then again, when they was in the hospital, that kind of, I'm going to play that clip. I'm just talking, so you guys don't know what I'm talking about. But he was basically saying Proctor didn't try to find that car right off the bat. He went to the hospital. He didn't try to go get the car. Like, where's the car? Because if it was a conspiracy, we'd have to get the taillight, right? That would be the first thing you'd have to do to plant it.
Right.
But then,
I was gonna say, I think Proctor wouldn't do that because he'd be worried about if he was on camera somewhere.
Exactly. And that's what he said. He said, well, why would he wait to get the tail light? Because anybody could have took a picture of the car to show the tail light wasn't that broken.
Oh.
Drea.
Hey, you're live with JFK and James. Who we talking with?
Hey, JFK, it's Drea.
Hey, what up, Drea? How you feeling?
What
Where you
up,
calling
Drea?
from?
508.
508. How we feeling, Drea?
So here's the thing. My phone call dropped before to you guys, but so I'm just gonna table the Plevin stuff because he's just ridiculous. But yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about the McAlberts.
Go for it.
So yeah, and the chat can help me out with this. All right, there's so many things, right, that they've all done. Chris Albert, he had a hit and run and someone died when he was young. All right, so where's humility in all this?
Humanity.
Like, we've all made mistakes. No one's perfect. But there's just this boldness, arrogance with all of them that I've never seen before in my life.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Like, if you think about that, if you killed someone, and is it true that he left the scene of the accident?
Yeah.
Yeah, he left the scene. Yeah. You know about that, James? He left the scene,
Yeah, he
right?
took the state. He's on a chase.
Wouldn't you just go through the rest of your life with some humbleness to you?
But see, Drea, right? Drea or Drea? How do we say that?
So it's short for Andrea.
Oh,
So
Andrea. I like Drea, though.
Yeah.
I like that. Drea's dope.
Right.
Drea. So Drea. How we feeling, Drea?
Drea,
So
I'm fired up.
you fire it up. And, to add to that, if you know anything about these towns, and which I'm sure you do because you're out in the 508, whether it's Stoughton, Canton, or whether it's Lynn, Salem, or Everett, Malden, Revere, East Boston, it's the one-up game, right? Like, people can't do that's that Massachusetts thing, right? So many towns are so connected to each other.
Right.
And it's like no one ever takes any accountability for anything. It's like, well, it's like where they think they're somebody because they're from that town. It's so cliquey. And like some towns it's worse than others. Like it just is what it is. Like when you go into Revere, there's like a certain, maybe not nowadays in Revere because Revere is getting so much diversity, but because they let so many people through there. But back in the day, like Revere, it was an Italian spot. And if you wasn't from Revere, you couldn't move right. So I think like that certain area, Canton, Stoughton, they have this attitude. That's what they were before this happened. And they just don't know how. Ego is the enemy and it makes decisions for you,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and then there's just like a couple other points here. All right. So when I forget her name, who's the one that verbally with Turtle Boy and took the phone?
Oh yeah, her sister. That was McCabe's sister. She looks like she did a bottle of Adderall and was doing push-ups and burpees right before she pulled up.
Well, here's the thing with her. So, okay, she pulls up and she automatically starts yelling at everyone. But here's the thing: she shredded 4 women within like 10 seconds. Shredded them. You're fat. You're this. You're that. But before that, she preluded it with, "I don't care about my wrinkles. I'm a good person." No, you're not. None of you are.
Well, you know what they say, right? Exaggeration of self is a sure sign of the bipolar. That's just an they all exaggerate their status. You know what I mean? Big Bad Brian A. He's a new kid on the block. Please don't go, girl. And Matty M's on the backup at Plevlin. Now he wants to be part of the Funky Bunch. Like, this is all ego. They want to be famous. And dare I say, like, by them getting this attention, it kind of adds to this ego. They kind of like it. As much as they hate it, they like it. Because what else would they be doing? This is what started the whole fight, right? They said, hey, let's get Higgins and let's get Karen in the bar together and see the reaction with John, Karen, and Higgins in the bar together. It was entertainment for them.
Yeah.
They're junior high school. What are we wearing for the first day? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Who's who?
well,
type of shit.
And JFK, I'm sure you can relate to this as I'm sure as a father figure or whatever. So, I'm an aunt to like 9 nieces and nephews. Okay, that would be the day that I saw one of them on the internet giving the middle finger or telling it. I pull them aside and say, "Hey, you little asshole! You don't. We don't give people the middle finger."
Indeed.
And then Chris and the wife are posing with the kid in the middle, all giving the middle finger.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's just like, I guess this rant is about, forget all that. Doesn't that just paint the picture? They're not good people. They're not getting picked on. You reap what you sow, and they're scum.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. Samantha's in there asking if I shave my goatee off. Nah, it's just white. My goatee's so white nowadays, you can't see it with the white shirt. You know what I mean? Thanks, Samantha, for wanting to know about my goatee. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
appreciate that. It's funny
That
what you're
was
picking out.
awesome.
But yeah, but
I just,
like, yeah, that's crazy, sticking up your middle finger and all that. Like, it's at the end of the day, they try to paint that dude Colin to be a good boy, like a great kid,
no, they created that. But James, I tried to do the Venmo thing, and I'm like, I lost my phone, had to have it replaced. So one of these days you're gonna get a breakfast sandwich. I just gotta figure out how.
Oh, that's awesome.
I could
I appreciate it.
Yeah. So you guys deserve it. All right, but thanks for letting me rant.
Absolutely. And we're going to talk about some of the stuff you said. So, hang in there and keep watching.
Yeah, okay.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
All right, cool.
Have a good night.
You
Bye.
too.
You too, Drea.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drea from the 508. You know how we do it. Yeah, she made a couple of solid points. What's up with this? They don't have no humility. They ain't humble.
No
What's going on?
humanity. She's right. I mean,
You said
they're not.
humility, but humanity,
Oh yeah, humility,
same
humanity.
thing.
Yes, and I agree totally with that. Here's a guy that, dare I say, to use JFK's words, he beat a murder rap. The guy only did 6 months for a murder. So
manslaughter,
yeah, that manslaughter. That's, to us, that's beating it. I mean, 6 months. He could have did more time than that. But you'd think after that it would have built like something inside of him would have changed. He would have went there. Even with the rubber ducky thing, you see when Turtle Boy had him on camera, or the guy had him on camera. He's like, I could beat you up right now, or something like. Why so aggressive, man, over a duck?
And the crazy part about it is the girl's boyfriend there. What's her name? The McAlb, Big Bad Brian A's daughter. Her boyfriend that went on the stand, who said he didn't remember anything. He when Turtle Boy ran into him before the trial started, he kept calling Turtle Boy a snitch. And it's
Was
like,
that
yo,
the
why
one
are
he
you?
saw at the beach?
Yeah, I think it was Southie. He seen him in
yeah.
South Boston.
Yeah.
And maybe it was in Canton. I don't know, but they said, we don't want you here, blah, blah, blah. And Turtle Boy was like, listen, man. Yeah, Tristan, that's his name.
And then he called the cops, didn't he? Called him a snitch.
He called him a snitch, but what did Turtle Boy snitch on? If you guys didn't do anything, how are you a snitch? And that's just, back to Plevlin wanting to be down with the Funky Bunch. You want to be backing up this cult. Why ain't they getting on your show, Plevlin? Like, if you sitting there talking about all the right things and you're part of all the right stuff.
Right.
The
right stuff.
You know what I mean? You got the right stuff, right? And that's what they're doing, right? They're part of the right, not the wrong. And I guess this cult that we're a part of, and the mindless mob, and this guy Plevlin wants us to get indicted. The point is, why didn't any of them ever get on your show and talk about their innocence? I mean, how many witnesses are there? You think one of them would get on your show to break it down? None of them did. Why? They can't, because they can't incriminate themselves.
Exactly.
Period. I mean, that shows guilt. Yo, if someone ever said James did this or did that, would you get on the internet if that was the wave? Would you say something?
Absolutely. Especially what they're being charged for and or should I say being accused for?
Accused, yeah.
I would
that's
definitely.
wild. And they got Plevlin. He's part. He wants to be part of the Funky Bunch. Why not
Yeah.
just jump on his channel?
There you go. Now's your chance, guys.
Why wouldn't they call Turtle Boy up? Like, why wouldn't they? They could shut Turtle Boy down if they were straight innocent. They could shut Turtle Boy down. They could come with receipts. You know what I mean? They could change this whole narrative, but they can't because they're. You know, we know what happened. That's why.
Yep. Good point, Jay.
From Flower Girl. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't find my notes.
You can't find your notes. That's all right.
I know. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm gonna
you.
sound like
We
an
can hear
airhead
you.
because I'm nervous, and I can't find my notes because.
What's going on?
Hey guys, hi James. I know you can't talk, but you can
I
talk
can
after I hang up. I
Yeah.
got the gig.
All
I'm
right.
on it.
All
Yeah.
right. You got the
Yeah.
gig. Where you calling from?
Yeah.
Where you calling from?
Well, I live on a very remote island near Key West, Florida. Yeah.
Okay. You're the one that used to live in the Cape, right?
Yeah, I'm from Centerville, near Auntie Bev's cottage.
Oh, yeah,
She's
yeah.
about,
Ooh,
well,
okay.
I'm not going to say the road, but I'm about 7 houses down from her. Yeah, yeah.
So you live on a remote island, huh? Do you guys got mopeds over there? What's going on over there?
Golf carts and shit, you know, a lot of, you know, James's stuff, you know, that he likes to do.
Oh, yeah.
All that stuff.
Okay, nice.
All right.
I get it. So go ahead, let it go. Let
I
it go.
got a question. I got a question for you.
And we got an
Can't
answer.
find my notes. Okay, get this. Okay, so Hank Brennan is going to take this case, and let me tell you, he's going to take it down. He wants Karen down. I don't see a deal. I don't see him trying to get Karen on the stand for any type of truth. Because who's what's her name? Jen McCabe's lawyer.
Jen McCabe's lawyer? I don't know the lawyer right off the rip, but I know she's lawyered up.
Reddington.
Okay.
And guess who Reddington also was a lawyer for? Whitey Bulger's girlfriend.
Yeah. That's right. Yep. I know that.
You know, I mean, yeah, I know you know that. I mean, I don't think there's any. I'm gonna have to call back with my notes, man.
Nah, you don't have to call back. Come on, you're good.
Mad love to you guys. I love
Mad
your
love to you.
channel. I live for it. It's the only, you know, outlet I got. Because I'm not up there right now.
So what other channels do you watch?
Yours only, man. Yours only. I'm over. Turtle Boy is great. I respect him. Mad respect for Turtle Boy, but it's just like I think he's like going for the new people more than, you know. But he's still good with the rubber duckies and all that. I mean, please. I was thinking about a month ago. I want to drop ship rubber duckies on D&E Pizza from China. You know.
You might get
Cost me
indicted.
$1,000.
You might catch a 5 to 7.
I don't think they're gonna find me.
Yeah. So what are you doing on this
Good luck
island?
finding me.
You got
So
Tupac
what's going
there?
on? Yeah, is Tupac on that island by any chance?
No, it's not that kind of island.
Well,
it's
what
a
kind of
fishing island.
Oh, it's a fishing
It's a
island?
Yeah.
You see great whites out there by any chance?
Oh
Orcas?
yeah, I had a bull shark right up to me and my dog, and it came right up to us, and we were swimming, and I had to grab my dog because he was a pit, and he was going to the fin, and it was crazy, man. Yeah.
It's wild.
But that's part of the you know, you live in the middle of the ocean.
Right,
Kind of
absolutely.
bound up. Yeah.
But hey, we appreciate your call. You could call anytime, all right? You know what I mean? You have an outlet you want to speak, get your notes together.
Oh, I do. I just have to get my notes. I'm so sorry. I'm embarrassed.
Nah, don't be
I have so many points to hit on. Oh, this
Go
is
ahead.
okay. I just thought of it. Okay, when you pull up your image of microdots, right? Of where John O'Keefe's body is by the flagpole.
Yes.
If you look at that graphic closely, you'll see in back of the trees by the, you know, home, the fence is open slightly, like halfway open.
Yeah, that's
Check
what
it out, man.
yeah, microdots did that to let you know, like, you know,
Oh,
microdots
did you see it?
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, he does
okay.
that to subliminally let you know that's where
It
they
could have
pulled him out.
happened.
You know, he's
Oh no, I
that's
know. I
part of
just
being the.
never heard you guys say that though. I never heard you guys say,
Yeah,
"Hey,
yeah, yeah.
even
Well,
check
you know
this
what?
out." Like I
Now,
thought you even left it open.
you
You
know what?
know.
Now we'll say it. Now we'll say it just for you. We'll
Just for
say it.
you.
But you
I
know, he
love you
does.
guys. I'll let you go.
All right, you take it easy. All
Okay.
right, be safe out there. All right.
Hey, James, I love you. I hope your ankle heals well. God willing. Love you guys.
All
Bye.
right, love
Thank
is
you.
love. Peace and
Love
love.
is love.
What a beautiful phone call, huh, James?
Beautiful. We got to get
Very
over to
nice.
that island, man.
Yeah, we got to get over there. You know, she's out there, poor Pitts, biting on great whites. It's going down over there
It's
in that
going
island.
down.
You
Where
know what
she
I
at?
mean? I mean, you don't want that great white to think that blue nose Pitt's a seal.
Right.
Yikes. But yeah, man, you know, she said something real. Did you pick up what she said? We said, "Who do you watch?" And what did she say, James?
She said, just you.
That's it, bro. She just watches
That's
us, bro. And you know, that's a huge compliment, man. To think that she's on a remote island and we go live, she, you know, taps in because she wants to hear us and we're entertaining her wherever she is, whatever she's going through. And that's why we keep the phone lines open so we can talk to you guys. Some people just want to blab, blab, blab. We just want to make a point. We every time you leave our lives, we want you to get in your head. That's why we put characters next to character. Hank Brennan, he's Beetlejuice. Big Bad Brian A, he's in the New Kids on the Block. Please Don't Go Girl. So Wayne Higgins.
So ain't Matty M. And now
Matty
we
M's
got,
on the back. He's on the backup. And Colin, who's he?
he's the youngest member, Joey McIntyre.
He's little
Little
Joey.
Joey.
Cleveland wants
So
to be in the Funky Bunch. He wants to be in this cult. This is what he wants to do. He wants to be a part of these people. And like I said, at this point, Plevlin, or whatever your name is, the Big Show.
Big Show,
What
yeah.
we seen the trial, the conspiracy that you're talking, that doesn't exist no more. We seen the trial. We seen it. Proctor's not a state trooper no more. My
No.
man's stressed out. He's at Planet Fitness in Dedham right now doing burpees, ready to kill himself. You know what I mean? His life is flipped upside down because he didn't make the right choices. And you want to talk about conspiracy theory. That's done. We're November 6th. November 6th, we're talking about getting the murder case thrown out and dropping it to manslaughter. That's where we're at. We're talking Hank Brennan, Beetlejuice. That's where we are. All that other stuff you're saying about and that video that I posted with Plevlin, if you're on the replay crew, that was a day ago. You're still talking conspiracy, trying to throw Yannetti under the bus, and we're not with that.
No.
Definitely.
Call from
Instagram.
You're live with JFK and James Jackson. Who we talking with?
This is Lisa.
Lisa, what's up?
Oh, I just wanted to call and tell you both happy Sunday evening.
Happy.
And I just wanted to make sure that you know that it's really, really informative, everything that you're always talking. And Plevin, I hope he's watching tonight too and can see what a conspiracy theorist he purports to be. And as well, I hope that the person that has been hired to take on this case for Kieran Reed reads those 37 plus 100 pages of exculpatory evidence and says, why are we even going to trial?
Big fats. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Yes, sir.
And just hope that John's parents see that their best plight is to get a hold of Josh Levy and understand who truly, truly did this to their son, and so they can get justice for John.
Amen.
I agree, and I appreciate your phone call. Where you calling from anyway?
I am down here in Naples, Florida.
Oh,
and
man.
We're getting ready for Hurricane
whoa.
Milton.
Damn, you
So
can't get out of there?
We need lots of prayers. We tried to get out today, but the road is kind of full, so I think I'm staying.
Oh, man, listen, God bless you. Be safe.
Thank you.
What's your name so I can say a prayer for you?
Lisa.
Lisa, I'm gonna put you in my prayers tonight and your family. And
Thank you, sir.
but listen, everybody in the chat, say a prayer for Lisa. Father God, pray for Lisa.
Thank you.
Make sure this hurricane just, takes a different direction, goes back out to sea where it belongs. And to everybody out in that area, nothing but prayers. Amen, for sure. Yeah, Lisa, just take it slow and give us a call back after it's all said and done. We want to hear from you.
That sounds good. And James, if your foot or whatever keeps hurting, put the heating pad on it. Because when you have a shot on your bone, it could be a lot of where your bone's not meeting your muscle yet. So put a heating pad on it if you have one.
For sure.
Appreciate
Definitely,
that.
Lisa, you take it slow, all right? And come call anytime, all right?
All right, take care.
All right, love is love. Wow, down in Naples. Prayers to Lisa.
Prayers to
Everybody,
Lisa.
see, this is what I'm saying. There's real shit going on. The petty
Right.
differences that you have in life. You wake up in the morning and your spouse didn't do the dishes. You wake up in the morning and someone cut you off at a red light. You wake up in the morning and you put a post up on Facebook and no one liked it. Your selfie didn't get enough likes. Your son, your daughter, they do something in school. You feel slighted. You feel depressed. You're feeling anxious. Maybe that anxiousness, maybe that depression, maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe that's God talking to you, touching you. Maybe he's tapping on your shoulder saying, hey, don't be petty today. Don't be petty. It's okay. You're here for it. You're alive. Things are not good, but you're here for it. This is what we do on this channel. We trim the fat right out of it. This is real shit. Matty M was on the backup. Big Bad Brian A was hanging tough. This is what went down. Right, James?
Exactly what went down. While little Joey's saying, please don't go. Please don't go, girl.
Yeah, it's wild for the night. Yeah, we'll take another phone call and then we'll get up out of here. We got 188 people, but since we're waiting, can I give you a song, people, and you guys could tell me how you're feeling it? Because where I'm from Massachusetts, and home is where the heart is. Check it out.
Static Selector. And no matter where I go, I feel
Baby,
it right
I'm home, I'm home, I'm home.
Come on. Rainy days, rainy nights when the pain hit. Mental health fragile. Don't let your brain flip. Had a child with your lady. Never claimed it. She takes care of your son, huh? That's some lame shit. Hold on to dreams. Don't let others see. They say they're sober. They fake recovery. I always reach out. Can't see my brother bleed, but he don't wanna listen. Rather run the streets. Chasing fame, such an entrepreneur. You ain't got that man's money. What you flaunting for? Nothing to call your own. Now you wanting more. Now you in group chats talking noise with your boys. Went from sipping Heineken, sipping on Stella. From boosting with the fellas, merchandise reselling. From a solid crew, now his man is telling. Having Fetty babies from the shit they sell. Home is where the heart is. Every day I'm in the zone. Yeah, no matter where I roam, I'm feeling right at home. I don't know my city, nothing. I take care of my own, and I rep my city everywhere that I.
Yes, indeed. Let me take this.
From?
Who we got?
It's Marianne.
Marianne, what's going on? You're live with JFK.
Hi, Jay. Hey, James.
James is in the house also. How we feeling, Marianne?
Pretty good. I wanted to call because you're talking so much about Plevin. Don't waste your time. He's a loser.
Where you calling from, sweetheart?
Just west of Boston.
West of Boston, huh? Nice. So what do
Yeah.
you feel? Do you think he wants to be part of, like, he wants to be part of this funky bunch? Like, if he could, he'd go out to eat with these people. He would, why
Mm,
would, and if he's such on the right path, why doesn't he get any of these people on his show?
Well, they're not going to speak because I think that none of them have spoken. I mean, I think one of them did a. I don't think any of them have done an interview. They haven't gone on anybody's show, and Plevin just goes where he's going to get the most likes. He can't compete at where you guys are at. It's between you guys, Sean on the golf, watching. I didn't even know Plevin until I watched him. You guys had done a video where Sean on the golf was on with Plevin, and Plevin was so stinking rude to Sean. I couldn't believe it. And then I started Googling who this Plevin guy was from your show, and kind of caught a couple little snippets of him, and I thought, what an ass. He is an ass.
Yeah, he's
and for him to treat Sean like that, so he can't compete for the free Karen Reed because he doesn't bring enough to the table. So he has to go to the other side.
Indeed.
That's the only place he's going to get anybody to watch him. And I don't think that many people do, because all he is anger and bullying. And who wants to watch that?
Nobody. He doesn't,
Nobody wants.
that's the thing, it's not he's making it about him. When we do these lives, I try to make it about you guys. This is your chat, people.
I know.
I want you guys to
Yep.
have fun, the phone calls. I want you guys to leave comments. I want you guys to, speak your mind, because we learn from you too. Right, James?
Absolutely.
We learn a lot. There was a guy in the chat the other day that said, hey, watch this part of the video. People hit me on my inbox, just like you, Marianne, tonight. Marianne, was it?
Yep.
Marianne, here we go. I'm pretty good. And we learn from you, like saying, don't waste your time with this person. And it makes me think you're probably right, Marianne. You're probably right. But we got to show that there is people that want to be a part of this new conspiracy, dare I say, this new opinion, like acting like we just didn't go through a trial. Like, these people are thinking, they're saying things like we didn't watch a trial. Now they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes, like we didn't watch a whole trial. I don't care about no conspiracy. I don't care. I watched the trial. It doesn't matter. See, that's the thing. If you just watched the trial and you didn't know nothing about Turtle Boy prior to the trial, you wouldn't know nothing about a conspiracy. You would know right from watching that trial that something ain't right.
Absolutely.
Well, I had called, and you and I had a nice conversation a couple weeks ago, and I was telling you how, I was telling you how I was at work, and one of the girls at work were saying, oh my gosh, the Karen Reed thing. And I'm thinking, oh, I've never seen that sign on someone's lung. I thought it was about a book. And I didn't know any of it. I didn't know Turtle Boy. I knew nothing. And I started watching the trial, and I had to make up my own mind. And I'm, watching every day, and I'm going, she did it. No, she didn't. Yes, she did. No, she didn't. And then I got to the point where I was like, oh my gosh, this is just crazy, because they set her up. I totally set her up. And Plevin is just a bully. So if you had Plevin on your show, he's not going to have a conversation with you. He's just going to argue with you. He has no facts. He doesn't know shit.
Well, listen, Marianne, I appreciate your call, and call anytime. Okay, sweetheart? Thanks for the heads up.
All right.
All
Talk
right,
to you guys
Marianne.
soon.
Peace and love.
Love is up.
Marianne, ladies and gentlemen. How you feel about that, James?
Well, here's a lady that just admitted, well, Marianne just said she hadn't seen this trial until she watched it. And then she was back and forth. But from watching this trial, she determined that Karen Reed is innocent. Just from the trial. Like you said, who cares about all the conspiracy and all that? We're all watching the same trial.
We're all watching the same trial. You're absolutely right. And, I'll tell you this. Hold on a second. I just got to do something. Yeah, so just like that, James, we came. I think we did a good show tonight. We talked about the Funky Bunch. Certain people want to be a part of this new Funky Bunch. And if you want to be a part of the Funky Bunch, why don't you get them on the show? You got a show, Plevlin. Get them on your show. Big Bad Brian A. Bring one of them. We want to see you get them on the show. Because I've been on Sean's show. I've been on Young Jerk Show. My man James been on Miss Shorty. If
Yeah.
you like us, subscribe to Miss Shorty and subscribe to my man James Jackson. Right now, go run over to his channel at James Jackson. You got to go over there. Or if you think James
I
Jackson is
appreciate it.
handsome and you think he's looking good tonight in that polo fleece,
Oh yes, warm.
that's a beautiful polo fleece. I had one in 1995, the same exact one, but it was red. And if I tell you the story, what happened, James, I'll tell you off camera in that fleece, which is trauma, right? I'll tell you what happened at the Psycho Rama in the South End at a Biggie Small concert, but that with RSO. Okay, it was
Oh
pretty. Yeah,
man.
it was wild for the night. But I'll tell you, if you think he's looking dapper, you want to help James out. It's James Amaral Jr. at Cash App.
Cash App. Got the Venmo up now too in my description on my YouTube channel.
He's doing bigger things than me, this kid. Look at, he's got the polo shirt on. I got a white T-shirt on from from JC Penny. It's the what's the name of this company? They make some great T-shirts. This is what all the LA dudes wear. I forget the name of the company, but the T-shirts fit really good, nice cotton, all that. I think I froze up, huh? Yep, I froze.
Yeah, you good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Jay. You good.
Right.
You coming back.
All right.
Hold on.
Let me do this. Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just end it like that. 197 people in the chat. And thanks for coming. And we'll take you out of here with Snake Bitten. And remember, super chats are the business. And if you're watching on the replay crew, we love you too. And we'll catch you next time. One love,
Peace.
people. Peace and love. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go.
See what they talk about. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten. Life keeps going by, please tell me why am I living? Poison in my mind, losing sight now with this blind vision. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten. Call 911, officer down, don't make a sound. There's an officer in the house. All I can feel is my phone vibrate. Wish you was here, not sitting at my place. Who let the dogs out? Someone closed the gate. It's cold where the broken face, please Lord, not today. Laying on this grass, I can hear the snakes. Wish you would've told me he was feeling away when he sent you that text. Seen the fear in your face, then he texted me too. Coming here, then you drove away. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten. Life keeps going by, please tell me why am I living? Poison in my mind, losing sight now with this blind vision. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've been snake bitten. And no matter where I go, I feel
Baby,
right
I'm
at home.
I'm home.
Come on. Rainy days, rainy nights when the pain hit. Mental health fragile. Don't let your brain flip. Had a child with your lady. Never claimed it. She takes care of your son, huh? That's some lame shit. Hold on to dreams. Don't let others see. They say they're sober. They fake recovery. I always reach out. Can't see my brother bleed, but he don't wanna listen. Rather run the streets. Chasing fame, such an entrepreneur. You ain't got that man's money. What you flaunting for? Nothing to call your own. Now you wanting more. Now you in group chats talking noise with your boys. Went from sipping Heineken, sipping on Stella. From boosting with the fellas, merchandise reselling. From a solid crew, now his man is telling. Having Fetty babies from the shit they sell. Home is where the heart is. Every day I'm in the zone. And no matter where I roam, I'm feeling right at home. I don't know my city, nothing. I take care of my own. And I rep my city everywhere that I go. Home is where the heart is. Every day I'm in the zone. And no matter where I roam, I'm feeling right at home. I don't know my city, nothing. I take care of my own. And I rep my city everywhere. everywhere that I go. Come on. Driving in the whip, light drip with the rain guards. Can't believe the same shit, yo. We came far, grew up on the same street, cut the same cars, call a spade a spade. We was made stars. DYS, home on the bed crunch. Walkman, super bass, make your head bust. Damn low sweater, 96 North Face, embrace cold weather. And prison is the thing that brings us together. And this is the place that we run back to. Rep our city, verbally attack you. Chaos, negativity, what we attract to. Home is where the heart is, and I don't have to call you home. Is where the heart is. Every day I'm in the zone, and no matter where I roam, I'm feeling right at home. I don't know my city, nothing. I take care of my home. You don't owe anybody anything. You owe it to yourself and your family. Protect your growth. Welcome home.
Memberships, I appreciate you. I got a lot of great things coming behind the scenes. You ain't gonna want to miss it. Thank you again. And if you're wondering what the membership's all about, we got 3 donuts. We got 6 donuts.
Donuts.
6 donuts? 6 donuts. And we got a dozen of Fuckery Donuts. And with that being said, Fuckery Donuts is now open.
Donuts.
She brought him donuts. I drove to 34 Fairview. And I saw her get out and brought him donuts. 6 donuts. Donuts.
Donuts.
I've been doing it for years.
She likes to come by and bring like coffee and donuts.